This is a relatively new farm I've got permission to shoot over, and I'm just going to set up the little pop-up bush chair hide here. It's overlooking a bay that the farmer used to keep his meal in, and there could be anything from 5 to 10 ton of meal sitting here at one time. I'm just going to move this loose straw out the road. There's no point trampling it into the floor when the farmer can use it. With the hide set up, pointing roughly in the direction I want it to be, I get the rifle and the ammunition, magazine and all, pushed into the hide. Now this is a fairly new pack. It's one of the Northern Ireland patrol packs that I picked up on eBay, and it's pretty good. Like I've only had it a short period of time. It's a wee bit smaller than some of the other stuff I use, but there's plenty of pockets to it, which comes in handy for keeping a lot of the other wee bits and pieces I use when I go out. But I just want to cover the hide here with this old camouflage net. I know it's a wee bit of an odd thinking, putting a bushy net around a hide when it's sitting up against a concrete and tin wall here. In hindsight, I think it probably would be better if I looked for a desert or sandy coloured camouflage net to try and replicate one of the bales of straw beside me. But for today it worked quite well. Now I just need to set out a decoy and a wee bit of bait. I'm just using a dead magpie, and you remember the little AE&E action camera? I captured the footage of the buzzards some time ago. Well, I've got it set up overlooking the decoy area. Just throw a little spilt meal out, make it look as if the birds found something to peck at. Now I'm only setting up when this cloud of starlings comes in and starts eating away. Now these are legal quarry in Northern Ireland, but I'm going to give them a break for a minute because, as I said, I'm only setting up and hoping to get a jackdaw or magpie or two in instead. But it's not long before the first bird arrives. And he comes back out of the shed to check out my decoy here. And then a second bird arrives. And I take the first one with a shot to the heart. And again on the wee action camera. There's some house sparrows, chaffinches, and there's even a starling in there feeding away on the meal. Then another bird arrives. This time I go for a headshot. He flaps around a wee bit. That's the difference between a heart shot and a head shot, but he's dead alright. Before long the rest of the birds start to get a wee bit riled up, but they won't land next to the decoy, not with the two dead birds lying there. In hindsight, probably if I had had an opportunity where the birds weren't flying about where they could see me, it'd have been best if I went out and left the two and then retreated back into the hide, but a wee bit of patience and we'll see what will happen. Finally the birds start to come down. Not beside the decoys, but they are coming down. I hold my fire hoping to get a bird near the action camera to catch a wee bit of footage in it. I focus my attention on the bird on the left here. But he's continually moving about. And flies off before I get an opportunity. Now this bird's only sitting about just over 20 yards. And I'm thinking there's a perfect opportunity for a shot just before he flies off. So we'll go straight back to the bird that's been sitting there patiently right from the start. Taking a nice shot to the head. Then this boyo arrives, the farm cat. There's two of them very like this, and I don't know where he's playing statues or not, but he's just frozen dead in his tracks. Then he almost trips over the dead magpie to the side there. Thinking I'm going to catch a magpie here, getting lifted by the cat, it decides to ignore it. Seems to be more concentrating on my decoy. Now I'm thinking, oh, am I going to catch a cat attacking my magpie decoy this time? Well, I had a buzzard attack it the last time. He walks straight up to it and turns his nose up. The little boy's too well kept to be picking up dead magpies, I guess. Fussy cat. Or after the cat's disappeared, the magpies get a wee bit more courage. They're kicking up a bit of a stink, but they won't come much nearer than this, so I take my opportunity when I have it. And take that bird straight through the eye. Well, the birds have learnt their lesson, and they've backed off to a safe distance. So I'll just pick up what I've shot and call it a day. The action camera's doing quite well, but the audio's not very good on it. But I've got 4 birds in the bag and a good morning.